For those who don't learn fast enough or who don't feel like they are making progress fast enough, this is definitely for you. Basically, everyone, when they start something new, they expect extremely quick results. They want to lose weight in 3 days or like 3 weeks. They want to make money in 1 month. They want to quit their job. They want to build muscle mass in after just the first month. Everyone is expecting extremely fast results. After all, this is how we are being conditioned by social media, by the ads all day long, by TV. And that is also how we are conditioned to think from school, because we are always conditioned to compare what we have to the best results possible. The A+ grade. Oh, you didn't have A+? Next time you should have it. So we are conditioned to always measure what we have right now to the ideal, the best results we are supposed to get, we should have achieved. It is also implying a lot of guilt to some extent, that you never have enough, you're never doing enough, you're never being enough, all those things. All of that is playing on the mind and causing the result of so many people to just quit, to just stop after the first pitfall, the first setback, the first any random problem, challenge they encounter that they can't solve right away. They just quit. So most likely, unfortunately, people start doing something with a lot of expectations, positive expectations. They're so excited about it. And after 2 months, 3 months, they stop and we never really see them again. Maybe after 6, 8 months for the most resistant ones. But constantly comparing yourself to an ideal result is just not sustainable on the long term. The motivation has to come also from something else than only comparing yourself to the best results you want in the future. And all this stress, this guilt of not doing enough, not having enough, not progressing fast enough, is provoking a temptation to just stay into passive learning. Passive like I'm not doing anything, but I read more books. I read books and I watch more courses because someday I will be ready. If I watch enough, if I learn enough, then when I start doing something, I will have all the keys in my head. Doesn't work like this. Ideally, listen, ideally this is what you want to have as your learning curve. The blue stairs here are basically the actions you take in the real world. Not in your head rehearsing what you will do when you will be ready, but the actions you take in the real world, even when you don't feel ready, even when you don't have the best level, even when you're not the best looking, even when you're not the most advanced student in the classroom, even despite being the shittiest of the shittiest, still take action. Because yes, you will get bad results, but what's going to happen is that as you make progress in real life, as you take action in real life, if you read theory, read books, watch courses, learn about, theoretically about some things, those pieces of theory will make you get breakthroughs. It will make you get a breakthrough and you will connect the dots with that thing you're reading or learning about or a video you watch from me eventually, and you will connect the dots because you have had experiences in real life. With your communication skills, if we take my field for example, you have faced a tough conversation and then you watch a video from me and your mind, in the back of your head, connects the dots and notices, oh, this is how I should have answered. You will not have this connection, this breakthrough, if you haven't been into a real conversation in the real world. So you never really understand most of the any kind of theoretical material if you haven't gathered enough real life experiences. And in the same way, a book or a course you watch today won't have the same meaning in any way as if you watch it 3 years from now. 3 years from now, when you're later on your learning curve, you have accumulated way more experiences, you have had more challenges, new challenges you didn't know about previously, and now you read again that same book or you watch again a video or a course, and it connects the dots even more. Because now you have much more life experiences to figure out how you can handle this and to figure out what does that mean. Many times you may read something and it's not even any meaningful for you because you don't have the real experiences that allow you to understand what the author meant. So on the opposite, since people are so much filled with so much guilt and expectations, abnormal expectations of I want everything quickly, they end up putting up all the theory right away. They want to grasp as much theory as possible. They want to learn everything in theory before taking action for the first time. And they start because they think, oh, okay, I have been reading 5 books or I have been watching 10 courses, so now I know everything. And they start, and obviously they face a challenge they were not prepared for because their mind hadn't accumulated enough experience yet to really understand what they saw or consumed in theory, in the course or in the book. So they stop. Because they are discouraged, they are disgusted, like I've put in so much effort and I'm only getting this. Yeah, because most of what you call effort is just passive learning. It's not really action, it is passive mental masturbation. You think you will be ready, but you didn't really do anything in real life. For example, the book The 4-Hour Workweek, I read that book in the beginning, or I attempted to read that book before I even had any kind of real employee or work experience, and I thought it was complete nonsense and completely useless. Fine. Then I tried to launch a first business that really didn't work, or I made some money, but it was not even profitable. I read the book again, and I thought, this guy is such a genius. Like really mad genius, because now I could connect the dots. Okay, this is what a small business means, because I had tried to run a small business, didn't provide any of the results I was expecting, to be honest. I read the book again, The 4-Hour Workweek, and it just seems so clear to me. Oh, this is what I have done wrong. This is what I should have done. This is why I didn't get customers here. This is why. It just made me connect all the dots together. Whereas I had read exactly the same book 1 or 2 years before, I thought it was stupid nonsense. Then I had my business becoming more and more successful. I had a first burnout, also with the pandemic, COVID, all of that. A first burnout. I read the book again, and I think it is even a completely different book. I feel like it is even something I haven't even read the first time. Because now with another experience, a burnout and a business more successful, but also much more weight in the mind, and I could identify with so many more things he talks about in the book. So it is an example among many. You will just experience the same thing as you take action in life. Your mind will keep connecting the dots and noticing patterns and things you were not noticing before. However, cramming theory before taking action is not really relevant. It is how we are conditioned in school, because we tell you to get a degree, study for 5 years, get a degree, and then you will get a job. Doesn't work like that in real life. Actually, even most teachers you find in high school and middle school, they don't even know what real life looks like, because they have been in school themselves as they were kids. Then they had a degree still in school to be able to teach others. And now they are still in school teaching others how to be in school, to prepare for real life, but they have never really been in real life themselves. Personal rant here, of course, but it is the point. You don't learn by theoretically memorizing stuff. You learn by experiencing in real life the things you were scared of doing. And the more you take action, the more easily you will connect the dots with the things you are learning about. If it is too tricky to figure out from all those things you are learning, hearing about, watching on YouTube or watching in courses, if you can't figure out what exactly should I do right now, you can just ask yourself the simple question, what is the simplest action I can take right now to grow my skills in that field? Notice I did not say to get results, to get money, to get followers, to get coaching clients, to get that girl to like me. Those are external results. Grow my skills. Growing your skills is into your control. Getting results from the real world is aleatory. Sometimes you will, sometimes you won't. If you focus only on that, it will be depressing and you will be in the context of just stopping because it is too discouraging. If you focus on growing your skills instead, and which action can I take right now based on my situation, based on my environment, based on the resources I have at my disposal, based on all of that, and those are personal metrics, what is the simplest, and simplest is a very important adverb here, adjective, adverb, whatever, it's a very important word here. What is the simplest action I can take right now, you can take right now to grow your skills, to improve your level in that thing? And if the first action you have in mind is still kind of, well, way too difficult to do, I need to learn more theory first, Then if this thing is too complex or too difficult, how can I divide it into 5 easier concrete steps I can take right now? If the thing you need to start doing right now is still like, I will never get that, way too difficult, how can I divide that into 5 easier steps? By creating micro chunks, micro loops like that, micro chunk down loops like this, you will just keep moving and keep moving. And down the road, as you read books, as you watch courses, those things will be relevant. If you just try to cram all the theory first and not do anything with it, or like pretending you will be ready once you have watched everything, not gonna work like that. It works by starting something, and then sometimes when you are kind of confused because you had a tough situation you didn't really know how to resolve, then come back to books, to theories, to videos, and it will make you get the next intuition for the next action you can take from there. If you enjoy that type of content, you can read the small manual in the description. It is called The 3 Fundamentals of Neuro-Linguistic Programming, where you will learn how to build up some more self-confidence and self-esteem, because it is a big thing that is lacking whenever people want to learn something new. They think of themselves as not capable, not good enough, not as good as somebody else. All those things are coming down to lack of self-esteem. This manual down there is giving you some really important keys to grow that self-esteem, that self-confidence, so you won't feel like you don't have enough, or you haven't done enough, or you are not good enough. You will feel like, you know what, I can do that right now, building up some more boldness. I will do that, I will get that, and it's gonna work.